Hey, I'm Jay Gregg, and on today's show we're going to be talking about some deer. Season's getting ready to come in. We got Mike Johnson with the PD Deer Classic. We got Brad Hoover, former football player with the Carolina Panthers, and his buddy Robert Burns. They've come up with a deer feeding system called Buck Young, and we're going to try it out at the Moree's Whitetail Plantation in Latta. Stay tuned, it's all coming up next.
South Carolina Outdoors with Jay Gregg.
Joining me now is Mr. Henry Moree of Moree's Preserve and his son Hunter. Good to see you, Hunter. You doing okay? Oh, he's a little shy today, ain't he?
Yes,
Tell us what's going on with Moree's.
Well, we're now in Latta here at the Whitetail Deer Ranch, where we have world-class deer.
Beautiful place.
If you look behind us on the wall, you can see some of the biggest deer could ever been shot in the United States. We're proud of that operation, and we also have our upland game in Society Hill, duck, pheasant, quail. We also have the Moree's Churraw Country Club, which was former as the Churraw Country Club, a Donald Ross design course built back in 1922. We made some improvements from the first 9. We planted a champion dwarf coastal for speed. We've cut trees, we've remodeled the pool, putting in a sauna, a fitness center, tanning beds, and we've set records as far as members, daily play, weekly play, monthly play, and we are real proud of our new facility.
That's just, it's unbelievable. I've been out there and I tell you, it is absolutely beautiful. It's almost 100% remodeled. I mean, it is just, it's a nice place. Tell us how the hog hunting went this year. Everybody's into hogs now because it's year round. Yeah,
well, it's just like the high fence, and we here have several hundred acres on the high fence, and it's really like shooting wild deer. So you bring in hunters to shoot wild hogs, so therefore you can't guarantee an opportunity. And it's sad to bring in a hunter and not get a kill.
Right.
So
that's hunting.
That's hunting. So we've fenced in a couple hundred acres and trapped about 50 domestic fair hogs, and now we have hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah.
And so the opportunity is greater, and we really enjoy it, and it's doing good.
Hey, with me now is Mike Johnson. Mike is the manager of the Moree's Whitetail Plantation here in Latta. We had a chance to come up and do some filming, some pre-season scouting. We got some nice little bucks on tape, and we're going to talk about them a little bit. Mike, that stuff seems to work. The Buck Young seems to work really good. How long have y'all had it out?
Actually, Jay, we put this out about 3 days ago, and we came back and freshened it up, and does have a fair amount of corn, you know, as a byproduct in it, but the attractants that are in there, you know, with the molasses, the peanuts, and I don't know even exactly what all they are. But
he said he had some protein in there too.
It does, and he has some minerals in it. Actually, they in the process of putting some clover in it, because the stuff should be probably scattered a little more than what we did there, because after the deer have consumed it, then the seeds and things are left actually will create you a food plot, believe it or not. Brad Hoover and Robert Burns, of course, are the two guys that created this, and they came down, and we actually put the product out about 3 days ago, and came down this morning, and this is some of the footage that you're looking at here is the deer coming in, and we actually got feeders with food in them, but every deer that came in there this morning, regardless if it was a yearling, a doe, or a buck, they bypassed the feeder and came straight to the Buck Young product.
It's part of that smell. I tell you, it smells like one of them payday bars when you smell it.
Well, I think it's pretty tasty, because you can see these animals, you know, they aren't just browsing on it. They stay in there, I think, till they get in their feel of it. Didn't get a lot of footage of some, you know, real big bucks. Again, this is early season.
Well, I'm gonna brag on the plantation a minute. We had 5 grown men sitting in office chairs up there that day filming this. What an awesome place.
Well, we appreciated it. The stands are comfortable, and we want you to be as comfortable as possible when you come here. And you know, during hunting season, you'll have lots of opportunities to see, you know, all size animals. We've got some really nice animals that are here, and they're probably about 2/3 of the way through their growth of the antlers at this point. I know we got a big 9 and a big 8 as we go through this that came in on this product.
Speaking of that 9, let's fast forward a little bit and go to that 9. Wasn't it a 9 or a 10?
it was, I'd say he would be a 10 at some point. He's a real nice animal. That's a young animal, Jay, 2.5 years old, which is what you'll see here at the Whitetail Plantation.
I wouldn't harvest him at all. I mean, he'll grow up and...
Oh yeah, no, we wouldn't take him. You know, we'll give him 2 or 3, you know, possibly even 4 more years. He'll get a lot more width and more tine length. He's got good mass, as you see there, but he's a real young animal. With the food program that we have here, with the protein that's in it and the minerals, and along with the vegetation that we were able to plant in our fields, it gives these animals an opportunity to really you know, develop some tremendous racks with the genetics, you know, included, and then, you know, all it takes is age. If you let them stay in here till, you know, 5, 6 years old, and then that's when you want to harvest them.
Tell you, a lot of people, when you say Whitetail Plantation, they just think these deer just walking everywhere. We've actually been here a few days filming. We're going to show you some more footage of a nice 8-point we filmed in the few days we were down here. But yeah, it's hunting. I mean, you still having to go sit, and you're going to have to wait on them. And like I say, the big ones, they don't get big from being dumb, do they?
No, and you know, the biggest thing is you can put lots of hours in trying to find a particular animal that you like, or the certain rack that generally that the hunter likes to harvest. But you know, this is as near to natural as you can get. Actually, sometimes I think it's harder here to harvest a particular animal than it is in the wild.
Yeah, when you set your sights on something, it don't ever want to come out right, does it?
That's right.
Well, Mike, let's take a break. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at that nice 8-point we saw the other morning.
Okay.
Mike, this is when this 8-point just kind of appeared. The 2 we just showed you were kind of below this one. He came out on the road, and you know how them big bucks do? He was circling that food, is what I think he was doing.
Yeah, that's another nice young animal.
Another 2-year-old, you think?
Yeah, he's 2 years old. You can look at his body conformation and tell he's a 2-year-old.
What he did, he had some does. What grabbed my attention, some does walked in front of him, and by the time we got the camera up, we were going to film them does. Took him off of the deer below him and put it up. He walks out. Of course, I got excited. You know, I'm not used to seeing deer like that. But that's them ones we were filming earlier. And what's happening is that bigger buck, he circled around to the right, and he's going to come out down here at the bottom. Let's fast forward to that. Mike, here's when them all those does that were with him when he passed up on the road just came out. Now my other 2 little bucks, they're over to the far left. There comes another doe, and he's going to come out right to the right. But as you see, they're all around that young. And of course, we got it piled up. You're really supposed to scatter it.
Yeah, it works better scattered, and then, like I said, after the fact, you actually able to generate a growth of, you know, the clovers and things that are in there.
The seed. But as in anything we do, we got to wait on the buck. There he comes right there from the right. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, he's a nice.
See, for me, that's just exciting. That really is.
He's a nice young animal. Again, as I said earlier, he's still probably only about 2/3 of the way. We're here at 1st of July, so they still got, you know, 4, 5, possibly even 6 weeks of growth.
When will they start rubbing the velvet off?
Usually in our area, the latter part of August, you know, in the first part of September. Occasionally, you know, our season in some areas opens September the 1st. But actually opens August 15th in the low country. Here in Darlington County, some of the other local counties, it opens for a rifle season or gun season the 1st of September, and occasionally you'll get a velvet buck. I actually harvested one 2 years ago, the first day of the season. It was fully velveted.
See, the bucks are all together now, but October, November, they won't want each other around, will they?
No, it'll be a different ball game then. But as we said earlier, you know, all the animals that came into this area with the feeder's off to the right, and actually there's 2 feeders there. But,
it's way off to the right. It's probably a good 50, 100 yards over there.
But not the first animal went to the feeder where they normally feed with our, you know, high protein pelletized food. And our minerals, every one of them came in to where this has been scattered for probably about 3 days is when this has been on the ground. So, you know, be yet for me to see, but I was excited about what we've seen these 2 mornings with everything. I don't mean not the first deer went to our feeder there. Everyone came to the buck young, so we're excited about it. And I think Brad Hoover, of course, I don't think I maybe mentioned earlier, but Brad's ex-Carolina Panther player.
Played with him 10 years.
10 years.
You know what's a great thing about him? This buck young's a Carolina product, but also Brad himself's a Carolina product. I mean, he grew up on the tobacco farm, so he's a hunter, Carolinian, just a great fella. I enjoyed hanging out with him.
He's just a country boy like all the rest of us. And then Robert Burns also. Robert's from up around the Charlotte area.
He's been in the hunting business forever, hasn't he?
Forever. Had back in the day the buckshot tree stands. Now he's still a big time tree stand man, and he's been at our PD Deer Classic is coming up here shortly. The 18th annual will be the last weekend in July, the 29th, 30th, and 31st at the Florence Civic Center, and Brad's going to be there. He'll be signing autographs, and he'll be there also with the Buck Young product. And Robert has been in the same booth space for 17 years. This would be his 18th year in a row in the same booth with his tree stands, and he's always does well. The hunters come in and looking for new stands. But with that being said, we'd like to invite everybody to this year's show. Show hours are still the same, 4 to 9 on Friday and 9 to 7 on Saturday and 10 to 6 on Sunday. Parking's still free. We buy that every year so our customers don't have to pay that expense. And we've got a lot of new things this year, one being the big Brody Bear. The live Kodiak's going to be back this year. We'll have him in there along with several new things.
So we always look forward to it. Can't wait to see it.
Good. And we appreciate your time.
Thank you for letting us come out to the plantation, Mike.
You're welcome anytime, Jay.
Joining me now are the makers of Buck Young. Got Robert Burns here, Brad Hoover. Brad, you played football for the Panthers, man. What are you doing selling Buck Young?
Well, Jay, I grew up on a farm, and I've been an avid hunter for most of my life, and something we've been using as a personal feed, and decided to take it to the market, and we've done well with it and continue to push it, and we got a lot of satisfied customers, and the deer love it, as you can see on our video.
I love Carolina products, and you being a Carolina boy born right near in eastern North Carolina, right?
Yep.
Man, that's great. And Robert, you sell deer stands, don't you? I mean, you've been around a long time.
Been in the tree stand business for 18 years. Sell the Super Mag Extreme, and the Ultralight Cadillac. I've been doing it since 1992, I believe.
You've done a bunch of shows with Carolina Outdoors in the past. I mean, it's a pleasure to finally get to meet you. I've been seeing you at the Deer Classic forever.
Yeah, we've been doing the PD Deer Classic now for, 20 years?
Right.
Yeah, so we'll be down there this year and hope to do real well.
Well, tell us, Brad, what's in this stuff? I mean, what is it made of?
Well, it's a whole grain mixture. It's a mixture of corn, a roasted peanut, and a peanut meal. We've got a gluten soy pellet in it. We've got a mineral supplement in it, and then we also have seed. So it's sort of a 3-in-1 for us. It's a trophy feed and attract. It's a mineral supplement, and it grows as a permanent food source in the bait bow.
So if it sits out there long enough, seeds will pop up?
Yeah, so as water hits, it's about 5 to 7 days to start to germinate and grow, and you'll have a nice little food plot, the longer it's there, and the more we put down, it continues to regenerate. The good thing about it is they'll browse at it, nip it down. They'll come in and start pawing and licking the ground with the minerals, and then you actually have the feed there. So it's, it's a good 3-in-1 combination for us.
All around. What do you do with it? I mean, do you put it in a pile or you spread it out? What's the best way to put it out?
You can spread it. We do a lot of spreading, but it'll go through feeders, gravity and broadcasts, without clogging them. It's a spray with a dried spray molasses, so it gives that sweet sort of smell and taste to it. And it also helps going through the feeders with that reason being that.
Well, if we wanted to get some, where's some places we can pick it up? I know y'all gonna be at the Deer Classic, of course.
Yeah.
But where are some outlets?
Well, our main distributors are throughout North and South Carolina. You can check us out on our websites, www.buckyoung.com. It lists all our contacts, distributors throughout each state, and we're wholesalers, so that's the best to go through them.
I hope you enjoyed our show today. I hope it gets you fired up about deer hunting. If you want to watch more South Carolina Outdoors shows, go to www.scoutdoors and watch us anytime online. Until next week, get out and enjoy your Carolina Outdoors.